Hello YouTube, this is the Original Collector, and today we've got a attempted repair slash revival video on an iPhone. Now in this iPhone box, we've got an iPhone 5C. It's definitely been used quite a bit. It's got a lot of micro scratches all over the place, but it's still in pretty decent cosmetic condition. It's much better than what you'd see on other ones. But the screen itself tells a different story. I've tried charging it already and it doesn't appear to show any signs of life, but my plan is we'll remove the screen assembly, replace it with another one, and we'll see if there's anything that'll work on it. Now I've got another iPhone 5C here. It also happens to be a blue model, and we'll change the screen from this one and we'll put it onto this one and see if there's any life out of it. Now, this screen should be, there's nothing that can be really done to save this unless the actual LCD still works, but I've yet to see it work. This screen, however, does work. It's fine. It's got a lot of micro scratches, but it's got a screen protector on it, which helps hide them. So, we'll be trying to swap it out and seeing if this one works. So with this footage, I've sped it up because the actual teardown can be quite time consuming. But basically, you just want to unscrew the two pentalobe screws at the bottom, then pry the screen off, and once you're able to get the screen off, then you start removing all the brackets and cables. Starting with the battery because that's the most important component to disconnect first. Afterwards, I started removing the bracket for the screen assembly, then removed all the ribbon cables and prepared it for the other 5C. I also took this opportunity while this 5C was disassembled to tighten the volume up screw because recently it has become quite loose and wobbly. Now I'm taking off the screen from the broken 5C. It's essentially the same process but slightly more difficult due to the broken shards of glass and the actual screen being in pieces. The screen, however, still can be used for different parts such as the brackets, the screws, and even the camera and earpiece assembly. So it's not a total loss, but the LCD is probably busted. Putting on this 5C screen is relatively easy. It's essentially the process in reverse, and since it's the last iPhone to not feature any sort of Touch ID, you don't have to worry about a little cable near the other side of the screen, having to plug it in or worrying about ripping it off. Once the new screen was properly plugged in, I tried plugging in the phone, and the phone actually did show signs of life. Once I knew that the screen was working, I plugged it in and left it to charge. The phone had one issue when it booted up. The screen itself had lines sort of in a plaid pattern, and the touchscreen itself wasn't properly working. But once I reseated all the connectors, it seemed to work normally. Once the touchscreen started working properly, I discovered that there was a passcode, but with the help from the original owner, I was able to get it off successfully without any trouble. There was also an iCloud account linked to it, but that was also removed. So, there we have it, a fully functioning and restored iPhone 5C. Now in the future, I'll get a replacement display for the other iPhone 5C. But this one is a nearly mint condition iPhone 5C, 16 gigabytes, and is on iOS 8.3. After a factory reset in settings, it is nearly in brand new condition since it's only been updated once since its original release iOS, which was iOS 7. Now in the future, I plan to make more videos about the 5C, including this one in particular, since it's still on a very old version of iOS. And being on iOS 8, it has everything that iOS 7 had, plus extras. I'm very happy that this iPhone 5C was able to restore with a clean IMEI and no iCloud lock, and is a perfect addition for my collection. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to make more restoration videos just like this. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Original Collector, signing off for now.